Bunny, and today's video is gonna be a video that maybe I haven't made in like a year's time. It is gonna be a classic tea vlog. So if you're hanging out with me today, grab a beverage to sippy on. I've got a coffee because I'm trying to like suck up all the life and energy that I can possibly muster. So cheers to you, Swamp Fam. Sippy. Today's video is going to definitely be all over the place in tone and mood. I know that especially over the past year, you guys have been like, share more of your personal life, like tell us more about yourself. Sometimes I feel like I struggle to do that for a couple of different reasons. The things that really bother me and get me down, they are very draining and very upsetting when they happen to anybody. I don't feel like I've hit this goal in the past 2 years, but my intentions for this channel is to always just create like a fun, happy, silly, goofy atmosphere. It's a place where you guys can come and use YouTube in the way that I use YouTube, which is as a distraction from my real life problems. When I'm doing that, I guess I'm kind of like trying to run away from the world's problems. If you guys have been here since day one, then you know that definitely this channel was created as a place for me to channel negative energy and anxieties and things like that that I was absolutely going through in 2010, and to channel all of those feelings and just create a space of love and happiness and entertainment. I definitely feel extremely drained over the past 2 years just by my own standards. I've let myself down and everybody else down because I don't feel like the positive energy is always like massively there. Some days I'm like overcompensating, and then some days I feel like I am just naturally having a good day. I'm in a positive space. I'm just babbling on about this so that I don't have to talk about what I actually came here to address. It's definitely been an extremely difficult week. It's had like really high highs and really low lows, but literally a week ago today, I lost an aunt that I was closest to. This passing has affected me in such a weird way. I'm so uncomfortable talking about stuff like this. She just passed so suddenly that even more than usual, I'm having such an incredibly difficult time even processing this or accepting it. Besides my mom and dad, like she's really been somebody throughout my life that celebrated and encouraged my weirdness. I remember when I was a kid and I was so obsessed with Marie Antoinette. I just wanted to have fun and like try and recreate Marie Antoinette hairstyles and costumes. She actually came down and visited me and came with like a bunch of toilet paper rollers and a lot of like baby powder, and we did my hair all up. It was so much fun. I remember one time we had a special shopping trip. She took me to the mall when animal backpack purses were just becoming a thing. For some reason, I was kind of like embarrassed that I wanted one, but I was comfortable to tell her things that I liked, even if I felt like they were a little silly or a little goofy or a little weird. You know, when you're a kid and things that are not really a big deal to anyone ever sometimes feel like such a big deal to you and you've got to keep it secret. But I remember she took me to the mall and we found this adorable, my aunt always had Lhasa dogs. She got me like a little Lhasa stuffed dog purse, and it just meant so much to me, and I was so happy when I carried that to school. She's always been into Halloween and crafting like I've been, and I cannot even process this. Like certain days I've just been crying my eyes out until literally my vision is blurred, and then other days like I feel like I'm strangely calm. Almost feel like I'm just wandering around in a fog right now, not coming to terms with it, but also I do feel a different sense of peace about this than I did when like my grandpa passed away. And oh my god, the next thing I don't even know if I want to bring up, because it was definitely like a high moment. Oh, do I even just finally tell you guys this and get this off my chest? So the other really challenging thing that I was awaiting with bated breath this week was my mom had some testing done. And I guess I will just tell you guys, because I feel like this is a big part of my life story that really has with me over the past 2 years. And the thing that made 2017 so unbearably miserable for me. And I always say, I don't want to talk about it, don't want to talk about it, don't want to talk about it, and I don't want to talk about it. This is definitely like the big secret that I've been keeping from you guys all this time. But in 2017, my mom was diagnosed with lung cancer. It is definitely the worst, scariest thing that I've ever been through in my entire life. And we didn't even know what was going on. They just like saw this thing on her lung that they had been monitoring for years. Finally, it kind of like came to a head early 2017, and they saw that this thing that they didn't know what it was, they saw that it had grown just a little bit. She just basically kept going in for tests in early 2017. And then they finally just got to a point where they're like, okay, we don't know what it is, but it's like in a scary part of your lung. And they just decided that they needed to operate. It wasn't until they took this thing out that they knew that it was cancer. But we caught it at a very fortunate time. But unfortunately, like, she did have to go through a little bit of chemotherapy. And you guys, I was shell shocked. In 2017, you guys saw these videos maybe with like extremely erratic behavior. I have a really weird way of dealing with stuff. I'm superstitious about talking about things. I'm scared to talk about this right now. When I'm going through something really serious, I always just completely keep it to myself. Most of my close friends at the time didn't even know about it. Nobody knew about it. Except for Dogman. Dogman, of course, knew. But it wasn't until like she was almost done with everything that I let anybody in my life know. Like, I didn't even tell Kat. I told nobody. I told nobody until it was done. I don't know why I'm like that, but I'm like that. I just try and internalize everything and keep it inside. It's almost probably stemming from a place of immaturity. Like, I just don't want to acknowledge it. I don't want to talk about it. Like, I just want to take care of it and move forward and get it done and never think about it again. And it's a way of handling things, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's probably not a very healthy, normal way of dealing with things, but I'm just kind of a person, like, I just do what I have to do to get through what I have to get through. I just wanted to continue to work to the best of my abilities, you know, to support my family so that, you know, they don't have to worry about that at least. Thank God she had all last year's checkups and everything was fine. And she just had this year's checkup and everything was fine. And so we just have to just keep moving forward. But you guys, like, literally when it starts to get time for her to like get her checkup again, like, my life just stops. There's days literally when it's so bad and I'm just so scared that I can't even get out of bed. Like, I don't eat, I don't sleep, I just lay there. It's not a healthy way to deal with things. And I'm sorry that this video is going to be choppy because I'm probably like just cutting a lot of stuff out. I never thought I'd share this with you guys. I keep like trying to stop doing what I'm doing. I had 0% intentions of getting this deep into everything. That's the thing. Like, I was just dealing with the worst imaginable you can possibly imagine. I felt like in 2017, you know, I just didn't know what to do. Like, I was so scared for my mom. And I know people like talk on the internet as they do. Like, I know that some people think that I've got like way too close of a relationship with my parents, but I'm an only child. I've just always had such a happy family. Like, I'm so extremely close to my mom and to my dad. They've given me like the best, happiest life that they possibly could. And I just genuinely love spending time with my parents. I just felt like my world around me was crumbling and I felt like I have to keep it together so that like I can keep everything going so that, you know, we can live. Just to give you guys an idea of everything that's going on, right? Like, right when Hurricane Harvey hit, my mom had her first treatment of chemo. And that day, like she started to feel like really sick from it, and it was like our first experience with it ever. Like, I can't even describe to you guys like the sheer amount of panic and fear that there is to like not know what's going on, and like you've got this 1,000-year storm raging outside, like you're trapped inside, like you need medical attention. I mean, it's terrifying. It's some of the worst I've ever been through in my life. And then to top it all off, like, you know, I made that vlog about it, but like my dad and I just went out for a walk like during a calm part of the storm, because that lasted for like 5 days. It was incredibly bad. But I went for a walk with him, and then he like ended up tripping and falling, and he's on like blood thinners. And so like literally, like I can't even describe to you guys like having my mom sick already and just going through like the scariest thing that we've ever gone through as a family. And then to have my dad, like I'm literally like trying like drive my dad like through this like flood waters that's basically like we've got a jacked up truck, and like literally where the water is like almost at hood level, like up in the grill of your car, and you're just literally like, it's just a lot to deal with at one time. It's a lot to deal with. I also know that people all over the world are like going through stuff like this at the same time. I've been so torn for so long to like tell you guys what I've been going through. I don't want to exploit what I'm going through for views. I don't want it to be about that. A lot of times I just don't even know what's right anymore. You know, it's like, do I tell you guys everything that I go through, but like taint the positive, happy place that I have here? Or do I just not tell you guys at all? And then like, how does it become viewed? Like, does me sharing the good and bad of my life, is that exploiting my life and my problems for AdSense? Or is it just me honestly sharing my life with you guys, you know? And I feel like there's somebody out there that would flip, you know, both sides of the coin and be able to like justify how they feel about it either way. I do deal with anxiety and depression. I've always just been able to function with it. I never felt like before that it was beyond my level of capability of what I could handle, but life has definitely thrown me some crazy curveballs in the past couple of years, but I do feel like I'm getting better now. See, right in the middle of this video, just had to change shirts, started having a panic attack. I actually just filmed a Declutter Diaries video, and I found this shirt that I have not seen in forever. It's like a cloud tank top. It's been in storage forever, and I'm like, oh my god, now I've been drying my eyes on it. Did I just put some crazy brain-eating bacteria into my eyeballs? Oh yeah, hi. I've cried this eyelash off. There's no saving that. Oh, it's like just wet. I'm a mess. It's a whole different story for a whole different day, but there's been so much crazy social media stuff occurring on the back end for me over the past 2 years that I feel like I know what's going on. I feel like I see what's going on, but I also feel like I can't tell you guys what's going on for fear of being sued. That's an extreme catch-22 that I'm in right now. Over the past couple of years, there's just been all of this sadness and anxiety and irritation building up inside me for all of these, I feel like, extremely valid reasons, and a lot of it I'm not at liberty to share, which has just been really, if I could make an entire video series on what my entire career has been like and what my life has been like with social media for the past 8 years, I would live to be able to make that. It sucks when you feel like something is happening to you and you can see what's happening, but you can't share it with anybody. Like, you're not at liberty to talk about what's going on, so you just basically are stuck struggling with one of the most difficult things you've ever struggled with in your entire life, and you basically can't tell anybody. Because that's a big part of what I've been going through too. Some days it's just definitely been challenging, and I feel like I filmed this video 1,000 times, and I guess today was just the day that it finally just came bubbling to the surface. This is what I love doing. I just love hanging out with you guys. Like, no matter how many people are watching or not watching, or or how like relevant or irrelevant I am. And I just hate that whole thing. I don't prescribe to that. I don't give it anymore. Like, call me irrelevant. Like, I just want to own my channel again. I want to be able to come here and not have every video. I don't know. It's just not natural for me. Like, I'm not trying to fit in with Hollywood. I'm not trying to compete with television. I'm not trying to compete with Netflix. That's never been my goal. I'm just part of the original string of YouTubers where it's broadcast yourself. What I feel like I'm meant to do versus like maybe the direction that the platform is going in. I'm just tired of like beating myself up and hating myself. Because I constantly feel like everything I do is not entertaining and it's not good and it's not good enough and it's a failure and it's irrelevant, and I can't anymore. Y'all have always been my strength. I feel like you guys get me through everything. You guys are the ones that like pulled me out of the darkness like the first time around, you know? Like, it definitely did take a lot of work and a lot of processing and a lot of self-discovery on my end, but you guys have always been a big part of that. And I've always said like YouTube is like my therapy. You know, I come here just to hang out with you guys. You know, you guys are one of the biggest positives in my life. And so that's what I want to focus on again. I want to focus on what makes me happy, which is just spending time with you guys. I'm not doing any kind of serious content here, you know? Like, I love shoes and I love clothes and I love fashion. I love testing out products. I love to just like go to Target and see something and I wonder if it works. And I want to share those moments with you guys. That's just where my interests are. And maybe I am like a changeless being, but I feel like the more that I've distanced myself from just allowing myself to do what makes me happy, I've just kept getting more and more unhappy. I've worked through this before and I definitely will work through it again. I have good days. I have bad days. Lately having many more good days than bad days. I don't want to just allow myself to get so worried and so upset that it keeps me away from my channel. Really do love you guys so much and I'm tired of just letting all this other stand in the way of my relationship with you guys. Even through all the craziness that's been going on that I can't talk about. As many views as I'm getting now is just a testament in my mind for how much strength there really is in the Swamp family, and that even through all this other craziness that's been happening, like, there's still a lot of you guys out there that are like really dedicated and actually like looking for my videos and finding them and watching them and spending time with me and leaving comments. Sometimes I comment back and sometimes I don't. I literally sit there and I read all of this stuff because like sometimes when I can't sleep and I'm overwhelmed by worry and I can't get out of the bed, like I'm just scrolling through these comments to see like what's going on in y'all's life. I used to feel like I made a positive impact in the world. I was able to positively affect people. I'm not a great person, like capable of great things, but even hearing that some of my videos just helped to cheer you guys up when y'all were going through something difficult, that's all I've ever wanted to do. Even if I could make a positive impact on one person's life, like that's all I've ever wanted to do. If I could like alleviate one person to not feel the way that I sometimes feel, you know, then I was doing a good thing. I hope that this year I can get back to a place that I know I'm capable of getting back to. I just want you guys to know that I'm like working on it. I'm working on making healthier decisions. That's why I've been mentioning like exercising so much, because you guys, I really did just absolutely just give up entirely. And I just delved down an extremely unhealthy path. All I wanted to do was just like stuff myself with like Whataburger gravy and just like fall asleep. Almost if you just viewed your life as like a video game and you could go like this way and like collect more coins, or you go this way and you like run into Bowser or something, just like lose some coins. I definitely was making every Bowser decision that I possibly could. Working through it has just been like trying to get into better routines where I don't just allow myself to like eat all this food and like pig out and then just fall asleep and like not accomplish anything. One of my core messages to you guys has always been like, just don't give up hope on yourself. Even if you're right now in a place like I am in, where basically like I just let myself go, you can turn it around. You can see the light again. I hate this phrase because it's so cliche. The next day is the beginning of the rest of your life. I'm cringing as I'm saying that, but it is true. Even though it's cliche and it's stupid, it is true. Like any day you can wake up and have a brand new day and just decide to go in a completely different direction with your life. You don't have to keep making negative choices for yourself. You can slowly start to make positive choices again. I don't feel like it's an overnight fix where now all of a sudden I'm like, I've seen the light. Everything's perfect. Now, instead of making some of those negative Bowser decisions, I'm now making like positive Fire Flower Mario decisions. I don't know why that was always my favorite Mario superpower, flame spitting. Some days I still struggle to even just get up, even to just have the will to get up to work and throw myself into the things that bring me joy and bring me passion. You guys hopefully can tell, like, mood-wise, more often than not, I'm happier and I'm in a more positive place. In the coming months, like, I really hope to start dressing up again and doing outfits. Like, that's kind of the saddest part, that I've let myself go. Fashion and clothing is like, I do so many hauls and I'm so blessed to have so many beautiful things, but I've just literally been too sad to care about my personal appearance, to take the time to focus on like, what am I gonna wear? Let me put these outfits together. I've been like planning outfits and like I've been getting dressed up some days and I just haven't been filming it, but I don't know, that's definitely my goal. And once you guys like see me do like outfit videos again, like then you'll know that I'm really in a much better place. I kind of don't know what content is going to be like over the next couple of weeks. I still am just like working through a lot of this stuff. That's why it's so easy for me to just like go down this like 90s. It just does bring me a lot of joy. Like it helps me to really focus on things that bring me such happy, positive memories. Most like the 90s is like medicine, and I'm just like constantly like, I want another dose of this super happy feel-good medicine. I filmed a couple videos kind of when I was like going through all of this. I haven't edited them or put them up yet. I feel like that's part of the healing process, is to sometimes force yourself to go through the motions and to force yourself to do things that you know that you're passionate about, to make yourself feel better, instead of just letting yourself like lay around and not really adhere to any kind of normalcy. I don't know if that's gonna make sense. When you stop and stagnate and like don't force yourself to get up and get out and do anything, particularly for me, like I would just continue to get worse and worse. And so now like my new strategy has once again kind of been like fake it until you make it, and kind of just throw myself into things that I love, into things that I'm passionate about. But sometimes I feel like it does make for very strange videos, because I'll start out in the beginning of the video and I won't necessarily be in the moment yet. Am I describing this in any kind of way that makes sense? But then as I like get into it, I feel like my mood gets better and I get happier and I get more excited. And so I just wanted to let you guys know I'm trying my best, and I think for my mental health, I do just need to dive back into this channel. Whether I'm the most popular or the least popular, like I just want to be here hanging out with you guys, and that's how it's gonna be. Thank you guys for being here and for watching. I love y'all so much, and I will see y'all again very, very soon. Bye.